Hey guys, it's Nolan from Trade and Train. So it's our first video of the week, and it's going to be a big week. Let's have a quick look at the news calendar. I mean, of course, you know that it's, well, hopefully you know. I don't know where you would have been if you didn't know, but it's the US Presidential Election on Tuesday, so tomorrow, November the 3rd. So expect some real volatility on the USD and USD pairs. We also have the Australian RBA rate statement. We have pound official bank rates. We have FOMC on Thursday. We have non-farm payroll on Friday. So huge week. And you would be forgiven if you decided, well, maybe I'll give trading a miss this week. Let the dust settle, have the week off, and maybe come back next week and, you know, trade the price momentum. So that wouldn't be a bad idea, actually, because sometimes it is more profitable, really, to be out of the market than in. And I say more profitable, and you're going to think, well, how can it be more profitable if I'm out of the market because I'm not making any money? But you got to think that with lots of volatility on, you know, with all of these different currencies that are involved in the news, it's going to be lots of, you know, ups and downs, lots of spikes. Really easy to get taken out of the market, your stop loss hit, etc. So that's why it might be, and that's going to be your decision at the end of the day. It might be wise just to sit this one out for this week and come back next week afresh, have a look at what's been happening, and have a look if there's some direction in the charts. But you know, we're going to give you our analysis anyway, because you might want to trade. And you know, there are some pairs of interest, some dollar pairs. Gold is of real interest to us. So let's have a look at the current state of play for the dollar index. So monthly chart shows us that the dollar index itself is in a monthly channel, at the bottom of a monthly channel, I might add. If we just have a quick look at September here, we can see a massive surge of buyers over this month, just coming off the bottom of the channel. So is that a clue as to what potentially is going to happen in the next few weeks, months? Are we going to see USD have a big push to the upside? Possibly. Let's look at last month's candle. Last month's candle was actually what we would call an inside bar. But so an inside bar, I mean, it didn't break the high or the low of the previous candle. But a lot of the times we can see inside bars as the price taking a little bit of a breather before the next move. So we've had this big surge of buyers here. Maybe the market is having a little bit of a breather before it plans to go. We've already broken the high of last month's candle as well. Today USD has been quite bullish. So is that a clue as to what's going to happen next? So I mentioned the last presidential election. If you just go on Wikipedia, we can see that the last presidential election happened on Tuesday, November the 8th. 2016. So if I just zoom right in, so where's in fact no, I want to go on a daily chart, don't I? The daily chart. So here's 2016. Just want to have a look what happened, you know, around about that time. Now, of course, what happened then doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen this time, but sometimes it's a good indication of what could happen. So we're looking somewhere around here, aren't we? Looking around November the 8th, 9th, we want to see what happened. Well, we had the 8th here, and look at this candle. Look at this candle, absolutely huge. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it might be worth staying out of the market and waiting for the dust to settle, because look at this candle on this day. Really pushed lower down. Buyers came in and it actually ended up as a bullish candle, and lots of further upside. Impulse, correction, impulse. Are we going to see the same thing this year? I don't know, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. But this is just to show you, you know, the kind of volatility that you could be, or we could be expecting as of tomorrow and Wednesday. So just be a little bit careful. So we had a big push on the dollar during the last presidential election, during the result. So if we look at euro, we should basically see a big rejection, a big push to the downside. Because we don't actually trade the dollar index, we trade, the closest thing we can trade to it really is the euro dollar, which is basically the inverse. I can see the candle straight away, you know, don't really need to look at the date. It's this one here, look. Massive, massive surge of buyers. You know, if anyone was, you know, they saw that candle during the day, it looked really, really bullish. And then all of a sudden, it must have just gone down. Look how it closed, led to this really nice impulse to the downside, a correction and another impulse until round about the end of the year there. And then we started to change cycle. Okay, we had our first impulse to the upside, correction, another impulse, correction. So could this happen again? We'll have to wait and see. Another chart of interest, Aussie dollar. Let's just have a look at where we are now. We're trying to break this 7,000 mark. Struggling at the moment, okay? We're making lower highs, but we're coming into this 7,000 level and price is struggling to close any lower. Now, if we do see that bullish dollar index or strength in the dollar, you know, we may see the risk assets sell off. Who knows? We want to see what the market is going to do. It might be that you know, that the market puts all their money into the dollar and basically sells everything else. Who knows? So we can have a look at this chart as well. See what happened in November 2016. Just to see if it can give us any clues as to what happened. Here we go, November 17. Go a bit further. We're over here, aren't we? So what happened last year? Oh, sorry, 2016. The 8th, 9th. Not as dramatic as the dollar index and euro dollar itself, but we did see, you know, Aussie dollar sell off pretty hard. And again, it kind of follows suit with what happened on the euro. Impulse, correction, impulse. So are we going to see that on Aussie dollar as well? We're looking for it to break 7,000. Will strength in the dollar start to push this to the downside? We will wait and see. We will wait and see. Another couple of charts of interest are gold and silver. So again, we'll have a look at gold and what happened. In fact, you know, what we'll do first is I'll just give you my analysis on what I see and what we see at Trade and Train of what gold is potentially doing. Okay, we've got a nice trend line here. We can also put this lower kind of support here. So what we are thinking, what we've been looking at this for a few weeks now, is that this could push down into 1850s or around about this level here, or possibly the bottom of this structure for a third touch, maybe, you know, 1833, something like that. Push down, reject, and then we see a break to the upside. Okay, because this is potentially a correction. Potentially a correction. We had a big move over the summer. This could be a correction of that big move, and then eventually we're expecting price to break to the upside again. Now last year during 2016 during the election, I know that gold really sold off till coming into the end of the year, and then it just rallied. And just to prove that to you, we'll go and take a look, so you know I'm not telling you fibs. 2016 November. Yeah, I mean you can pretty much see the candle. Probably this one. Yeah, it was. Again, massive surge, tricking buyers into the market. Look how it closed. Look how it closed. In fact, yeah, I've just spotted something. Look at this. There was a bit of a trend line going on. If you connect those highs there and this one here, drag it across, then you can see price came right up into that trend line, rejected, and started to sell off. So could this happen again on gold? And yet, look, we sold off all through November. Well, we actually came into, I said to the end of the year, but we came to about the 20th of December 2016, and then we started to see gold start to rally. We started to see those buyers come in. And as a rule, seasonality says that the precious metals are bullish over, Christmas and into the new year. So that is something we could be looking for. Let's go back to where we are now on gold, just to see. So we're in the structure. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. There is a bit of a 4 hour downtrend going on actually at the moment, as you can see. So potential for this to bounce at this trend line. Now, if this does offer you a sell setup, then yep, you can take it. Make sure you get your stop loss to break even as quickly as you can, really, because you want to be risk free on any of these USD trades, because this is gold measured against USD. You want to be, risk free on these dollar pairs and precious metals going into the election. You don't really want to be, on a negative trade, for instance, going into these elections, because you're going to be panicking. So if you are going to trade, get those trades to risk free as soon as possible, and let what happens happen, and then we'll look to trade it afterwards. So looking for basically gold now to kind of break through this what we'd call a CTL or counter trend line. So we're looking for the bounce off this trend line here, and looking for price to push all the way down into looking for a little correction, but maybe into 1835. Maybe it'll bounce. We'll see what happens, because depending on the presidential election result, we'll see how the market reacts. But technically, this is what looks really nice, somewhere about 1835, 1833 for a bounce, and then look to buy. And you want to be holding gold, really, and precious metals all throughout Christmas. Anyway, guys, and we hope you're really well, and look out for our next video tomorrow. Please be careful when you are trading this week, if you are trading at all. I'll drop the link in the comments for the free Telegram channel. Hopefully you're all members of that. We've got a free masterclass as well coming this Saturday morning. Loads of free information. You can ask us questions. We really want to help you become successful traders. So let's see what we can do for you. Guys, thanks for watching. As always, please like, share and subscribe, and we will catch you in our next video tomorrow.